Well, you know what that sound means, folks. It's time for another basketball podcast called The Airbuds. I am one of your hosts, Jamel Johnson.
I'm the other of your hosts, Peter Moses. Mike Benner is getting a week off. Like LeBron, we sent him back to LA to get some work done on his knee. Cannot confirm or deny anything other than knee soreness.
Getting some pig tendons.
Yeah, whatever the 2022 version of Kobe and Dirk getting their blood swirled in Germany is.
Yeah, didn't they go out? I remember that.
Everyone was like, is this illegal? And we're like, fuck it, it's basketball. Who gives a shit?
And then Kobe comes back with the Turkish Airlines deal sewed up. Suddenly, Turkish Airlines billboards are everywhere. He's got new blood.
Yo, shout out to, first of all, check out Airbuds at Airbuds Pod on Twitter, Patreon at Airbuds Pod. Leave us a review, and maybe we'll read them one day. And then shout out to Big Screen Sports who had us on. We did a Like Mike.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Review show. And I think my favorite joke from Like Mike was Dirk Nowitzki's. When he had Bow Wow sign, he's like, "Hey, would you sign this autograph? It's for my niece." He's like, "What's your niece's name?" Dirk
Nowitzki.
I think that was the best joke. That was the best joke.
Saying that reminded me, the show is obviously a little more fun and funny when Mike Benner is here. But you know what we get to do, Peter?
Baby, Dad is out on a work trip, and you and I get to talk about football.
Football. I started a whole other football podcast because I couldn't talk about football with Mike.
I know. If Mike let us talk about football, what would your friends named Dan do?
Dog, they'd have families. Basically, I have prevented my friends from starting a family, and I make them podcast with me.
I mean, you know, similar to your Wizard sadness, like everything I see in football is just through a spectrum of how Baker Mayfield makes me feel about my life. And
I'm not going to claim Wizard sadness. It's not Wizard sadness. It's Wizard's reality. I've come to terms with my reality, and I'm not sad anymore.
Anyone, by the way, if you are listening to this podcast, it is worth you to subscribe to our Patreon just for a month at minimum, just so you can hear Jamel's full rant about the Wizards.
I say some regrettable stuff.
I honestly, that was one of the first times on this podcast where I was like, I will let you say whatever you want at any point and have no regrets. That was the first time where I was like, I don't know. I'm not sure about this.
Yeah, I could tell. I could hear it in your voice, but I didn't care. The way I felt at that time, I just couldn't be stopped.
Oh, I mean, it was just like, because I mean, listen, I do this podcast with you, and you know what? I'm not even going to go there. Listen to the Patreon, download it. But a lot of honestly, my day was going great watching football, and then Johnny Manziel just started going after Cleveland for no reason
on Twitter.
On Twitter, just absolutely going after it.
What?
And Johnny Manziel, Baker Mayfield. It's just really hard seeing Joe Burrow be another Southern Ohio big quarterback who's going to just torture the Browns for the next 25 years, just the same way Ben Roethlisberger did.
Guess what? He's smoking Stogs all over your building for the next decade. And the kid is amazing.
But unlike fucking Rapelstein, who was in fucking Pittsburgh, he's awesome. I'm not gonna be I'm 34 now. I have a child who pooped in my hand this morning. I'm not gonna be mad at some kid for being cool as shit just because he plays for the Bengals.
The Nike chain was an interesting look, but I respected more than a choker. If he was rocking diamond chokers like Tyreek Hill, I would have been very upset with him.
There is something just also so fucking corny about Patrick Mahomes, and it is incredibly satisfying
It's
to
not
watch
Pat's
that
fault,
dude.
man.
Yeah, I mean, it's not his fault, but like,
It's his family's fault, man.
it's Jackson's fault.
Jackson and Brittany got him fucked up, man.
Who do you blame more between Jackson and Brittany?
Brittany.
Whoa, why?
Classic
Why? I mean,
misogyny, Brittany. Cause they've
I
been dating since he was like 2.
yeah, but like, that's still the family that you choose.
Yeah.
Jackson, like, I, I, he represents to me everything that I hate about myself and the world.
Sure. You wearing jackets with your name misspelled on the front?
Just like, the fear of just being an imposter. I feel like I'm never good enough for anything that I do. Every day I wake up and I'm like, someone's going to find out that I am a talentless,
Oh, a
stupid
fraud? Yeah,
fuckstick.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I have that.
And that guy like wakes up every morning and like writes fraud in the mirror on his fucking forehead like the Joker. And then goes and like creates TikTok dances. Just the lack of shame almost. It feels Joker-esque to me. I'm like, how do you have this much, like, he is the embodiment of imposter syndrome.
Bro,
And the shame that he doesn't feel subsequently lives on his brother, and I feel like that's what makes him a worse quarterback.
the way Pat was playing today, he was scared to make some throws.
Where
He
was
made
Tyreek
some
Hill?
attempts. Dude, he was choking himself with a diamond necklace. I can't believe he was out there with a choker on.
I, it was
I
it
mean,
just looked discombobulated.
nah, you know what it was? What it was I think Pat was hurt and wasn't telling us. Something was up with his legs. Cause all them plays that he was making in the Bills game, he turned down in this Bengals game. He was, instead of stepping up in the pocket, he was running backwards. End of the half, he has the whole side of the field to himself to walk in. He could have walked in like NFL blitz. He could have skipped with the ball in his hand, like a loaf of you know what I'm saying, some sort of fruitcake, some sort of banana walnut. But
Well,
yeah, he didn't want to run.
what's a more problematic NFL video game? NFL Blitz or NFL Street?
Oh, blitz for sure.
Just because like you make a tackle and your player turns into a human missile.
Yeah, and everybody's built all roided out. It's just the patriarchy all up and through
uh,
there.
eh, I there's a little like there's just he gets a little Farvey sometimes. But I actually thought Cincinnati just did a good job of keeping him kind of contained too. It's like, okay, just drop back
Yeah,
7
good,
guys every time. Who
good
cares?
halftime adjustments. Good adjustment by Burrow. Knew exactly when to escape the pocket. He got so good at being sacked. He knew exactly when to get the fuck up out of there.
it was Joe Burrow in the second half being like, I was born in the dark.
Yeah, you don't know how to run around, dude. I got sacked 80 times this year.
My life was a sack.
I know exactly what this is. Here's a
That
question from the Discord. Oh, did you have a funny
yes.
one queued up? My bad. Anyway,
No, 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 please. I had nothing good to say.
English Breakfast Jay asked Peter, would you be more upset if Odell won a Super Bowl or the Bengals?
Okay, for anybody listening to this podcast, I produced and co-wrote Brownstown for Blue Wire, which is all about my fandom for the Browns and like chronicling how fucking terrible they've been for 20 years coming back. And I think if you ever spend some time and go into the Browns Twitterverse, it's a dark, sad place of just like, it's like eating itself, basically, of just like so much hatred and pain and
Mm-hmm.
vitriol. And there was a tweet I saw today before the games that said, if you're not rooting for the Chiefs and the Niners, you're not a real Browns fan." And I just like what fucking purity test, eugenics, Nazi bullshit are we living in where like I have to feel a certain way about teams that aren't my fucking team? Like Odell won. Odell was right. I went on fucking Sorry We Love Football and was like, Odell's gonna be wrong and everybody's gonna be stupid.
Yeah.
And he thrived. And good for fucking him.
No, you know what the truth is? Matt Stafford is just that good.
Matt Stafford is awesome, which is why all of my frustration and vitriol goes towards upgrading Baker. I'm happy for the Bengals. The Bengals are a miserable fucking franchise.
Also, Cincinnati, a terrible place to live.
Terrible place to live. It's basically in Kentucky. No offense to many fine people in Kentucky or Cincinnati, but it's
Nah, they suck. That sucks.
yeah, I mean, not ideal. But I'm happy but I'm happy for them. Like, why not? I'm happy for them. Joe Burrow's fucking awesome. I'm happy
Yeah.
for both of them. What a fun fucking Super Bowl it's gonna be.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm very stoked for the contrast in helmet colors.
it's a good looking color scheme. What's the line for the Super Bowl right now? I mean, there's got to be Rams by what do you think?
What?
5?
A tenth of a point.
Oh, you think so?
They're gonna say Rams by 2.5.
Oh, I think it's gonna be Rams by like 4 or 5.
Which shit, I'll take it.
Let's see.
I'm fucking with them Rams.
Um, we have Rams 3.5 right now.
See what I tell you.
There we go. I I think it's just because like the Rams also don't blow the doors off of anybody, but like I don't know, man. Their defense is just so solid. And this is the first time I think this is the first time in NBA history or NFL history a Super Bowl is going to happen at somebody's home stadium.
Yeah, everybody thinks they have a chance when it happens. I think the one time it was cold in New York, everybody's like the Giants gotta. Was that like Odell's last year?
It might have been.
I don't know, something
I
crazy.
I mean, Odell was a huge part of this. Listen, to answer the question, happy for both of them. I don't care. Whatever.
You know what? I've gotten over a lot because just the dealing with the fact that the Washington football team is terrible. Like when I realized we're the villains, I kind of let all that cowboy shit go.
But the Cowboy stuff is also glorious for you because you always know, like
That they're
Cowboy
still
stuff
gonna
is,
fail. Yeah,
yeah, it's like a Groundhog Day situation where like you just replace the people: Jason Garrett, Bill Parcells, Mike McCarthy, Tony Romo, Dak Prescott. Like there's going to be some unbelievably depressing slip on a banana peel way they're going to end their season every
yeah.
year, no
But
matter
this
what.
year was the first time where I was just like, oh, maybe it won't go that way for them. Maybe they'll actually do it. I know Mike McCarthy's dumb as shit, but it seemed like he was dumb in all the right ways. Sometimes working for an idiot is good. You've seen The Office.
I mean, I'll still irrationally like I'll never root for the Steelers or the Ravens, but Cincinnati, like whatever. Is there who do you fucking like irrationally hate in your division?
Hold on, Peter, but for real though, have you seen The Office?
Yeah, dude, I've seen The Office.
Okay, my bad. I just want to make sure. Yeah, you know who I hate the most?
Yeah,
Honestly,
dude, I'm
Philly
the, I'm,
now.
I'm the Pam of this show.
That's true. You're Pam and I'm Pam's first boyfriend.
Yeah, Ryan.
Yeah.
Or no, not Ryan.
What's his name? Whatever.
Uh
Oh boy, from the fucking from the warehouse. I just gotta look it up.
Pam's fiance, Pam's first boyfriend is Roy. Roy.
Yeah. To answer your question though, the Eagles.
Fair. Fair.
Just
I get it.
because they have so many fans They have so many fans in there everywhere. And every time I turn around, there's an Eagles fan in
Did
Los
you
Angeles.
how much did you not enjoy what how much of your hatred for the Eagles allowed you to never enjoy Silver Linings Playbook?
Oh, dude, I haven't even watched it.
Honestly, it's not a great movie.
I thought everybody said it was good. I thought Chris Tucker was in it.
I can't remember. It's been a minute. Okay. We've got some football talk. By the way, who are you picking? You taking Bengals 3.5? You taking the points?
I'm thinking I'm taking the Rammies. I think this is
Same,
actually
dude.
this is actually the time to bet on the Rams before the line moves, right?
I think so because I think it's gonna shift, right?
Yeah, should probably get on it now. Should I just put like $1,000 on the Rams?
Uh, is that better than the $1,000 we were talking about spending as a podcast? Maybe
Well, I
that
mean,
other thing.
no, it's not. But what if I
I'm stuck.
double up? What
I
if I
listen.
double
I'm
up?
um. Well, I mean, if I make some shmoney moves here as well, then maybe we should get in on that.
Well, yo, let me know. Let me know. I gotta log back into my thing. We'll talk.
Is it fucked up if you're betting your child's college fund before they're a
Well,
month
if
old?
if they don't, I'm all right. I forgot. Yeah, he is out, and you're holding him in your hand and stuff. But you got some time to play with that.
I mean, I can win it back is the thing. I got 17 years and 11 months to win it back.
Yeah, yeah. Come on, man. And I mean, by the time that fool's getting ready for college, we're gonna be taking pods to Mars. Like, it ain't even
Yeah,
about to
dude.
be.
It's gonna
Yeah,
be underwater college and it's gonna be free.